rock. Where are you? Where? Oh, no, that was the night party.
mushroom cloud.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka,
That
boom
would
shakalaka.
more, you know, just
for this Veterans Day again?
I hope so.
Because we're doing it on the beach.
Great. Thank you. So what's the main thing that's bringing you out here today?
That's right.
So what brings you out here today?
Well, we want to stop the saber rattling and this stuff about going to war with Iran. I mean, we're trying to blockade them. We got sanctions. They start talking about, oh, they're getting nuclear weapons, you know. So the same stuff that they said about Iraq. Same stuff.
Did you see the article that ran in The Independent a couple days ago? According to a European diplomat, President Bush basically told the Israelis no when they asked for permission to overfly to attack Iran nuclear facilities.
I saw that, and not only that, but now I think we're pulling some of our fleet out, so we're not going to have a blockade on Iran. So maybe we're doing some good talking about this.
I think so.
Yeah.
You'll have to shoot me every moment. Okay.
I don't think the building was there first.
Huh?
I thought the building was a prop, and then they burned it for the event, and there never was a 9/11 building. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say that has to be. You could read about it here. You could read about the facts. Over 400 architects and engineers worldwide. But the facts.
Yeah, what's the primary?
The primary fact is that the World Trade Center 7 is not in the 9/11. Nobody talks about it. How would you leave out a building and not mention it in that Secondly, yeah, right, exactly. That's it.
Again.
I mean, I'm saying if you have two buildings coming down and the third one gets knocked off, that may give you,
Well, unfortunately,
right?
no. There are three buildings that collapsed. Three buildings that collapsed. The World Trade
Okay,
Center
but
1
I'm
and
saying
2.
from your rationale, you're
No, it's not rationale. It's not rationale. It's fact. It's not my rationale. These are professors and architects and engineers that have proven this fact.
Yeah, but they're
it's
not
getting
they shouldn't be really part. But why would they say that a building can't come down with this?
Because first of all, there's never been a building in world history to come down by fire. You would have the structure still standing. That building came down in free fall speed in 10 seconds. The building came down as a demolition. It was a demolition. You have firefighters that actually called people away to bring the building down. Why is that?
There's enough explosive force in the two airplanes.
No, the Port Authority in New York,
And the weight,
demands
dead
for
weight.
buildings to come down in their own footprint. Look it up. Look up WTC7.net.
Well, I'm an architect, actually.
Oh, are you? Okay. Oh, great.
I
Well,
do
see, great.
kind of things like that all the time, and
Great.
I just find
We work closely with architects.
In fact, I was in New York, kind of close by. I've seen buildings come down. I must say, the old brick ones. In fact, I lit a fire back when I was a little child that burnt most of my block, so I'm familiar with fire.
Yeah.
What those were the old brownstone tenements. Those modern ones.
You're
They're
not
like
sure who the best person to talk to about
Believe me, they are like stressed.
philosophy, but interview.
I'm just saying.
Both Tom and I are organizers, and also Angela here with the Progressive Students Alliance with FGCU, and there's like two major issues that we decided to converge because today's a kickoff campaign for two. And one of them is connected with outdoor. It's for more green jobs across the country to restore our economy and also to save the planet for being green. And then the other one, on camera? Sure. Save you from saying everything twice. Yeah. I'm kind of more connected with the no war on Iran part, but
And that's actually what's really interesting because it's not what you expect to hear. You normally hear no more with Iraq. So so I'll definitely ask about that. I'll try to get Allison over here, my photographer.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you stay tuned. We can get Angela.
Hi, I'm Jeff George. I'm running for Congress this year.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Keegan
you.
Feeney, NBC2.
Nice to meet you. It's good to see you out here today.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, we definitely wanted to see what's going on. Definitely looks like a lot of causes out here.
Yeah, this is a real group of dedicated activists. They're out here all the time. I've been doing this with my camera for the last year, and we've been talking to them on and off at various events. So this is definitely the group that's really been organized, and they've been really vocal over the last year.
So is this your first run?
This is my first run, yeah.
Well, congratulations and good luck.
Thanks.
I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot more of you.
I hope so.
Well, here's the thing. There's so many things that could go on and on. But generally, when I continue saying what I know, based on study, so this is why I'm focusing on those things. There's so much more, but you're going to have to spend time.
Okay, you can stop that. You don't have to run it constantly.
He's out in the desert of California right now. It wasn't even, the sun wasn't even up yet. He was in the desert of California waiting on his crew of 20 people to put in a 4-megawatt solar system, which will take up 24 acres. And I was making this sign because it's kind of complicated, but it takes, to make 1 megawatt of energy, if you produce that at a coal, oil, or a gas plant, it takes 3/4 of a person to make 1 megawatt. Wow. If you make 1 megawatt using good, clean, not climate changing energy, it could employ 50 people to put in to provide that 1 megawatt of energy. See what I mean?
So that actually, so that kind of brings a little green jobs idea to
The
life.
green jobs idea to life, yes, that it could employ and provide 50 good paying jobs as opposed to 1/3 of a person that it takes to make a sandwich. And he's coughing, right? And it's nasty and good clean. So yeah, it's bringing the green jobs to life. So and then my husband's out in the desert right now with a crew of 20, putting in a 24-acre solar array right now, taking 20 people to do it. Yeah.
So when does he come back?
He comes back on Monday, but he's out there right now. So anyway, he brings
trips and do that. I mean, that's an interesting story there.
he builds the huge solar systems for like utilities and great big industries, and he goes all over the United States. But right now he's working in the deserts of California. But he's trying to bring it to Florida. He wants to be at home. He wants to work at home.
Right. Well, you know what? I'm going to just because I feel like there's evidence and stuff that could show maybe a lot of stories there.
Yeah.
I don't have a business card yet, but I'm going to give you my contact information. I'm always looking for ideas.
Okay, and he said he's going to take a lot of pictures of the system today.
Okay.
And if we needed, any backup to show what a 24-acre solar array looks like, he has all the pictures, and it's bringing the green jobs alive. We've been in the solar industry for 30 years, waiting for this day. So finally, here we are, 30 years later. Yeah.
And of course, I'd be, really interested in hearing about his efforts here. I think that's where we'd find a real interesting story.
Great. Yeah, actually, he's working on some big systems right here in Lee County. Yeah, with Florida Gulf Coast University.
The education reporter too. So
yeah,
ties in with FGCU. That's
okay.
also good.
Yeah. Yep. Great.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Nice to meet you too. I feel like finally our time has come. We've been waiting for this for 30 years. We've been in the solar industry, raised 3 kids, kind of plodding along, but never left it. So,
Well, hopefully we get over this last little hump in November, and then we'll actually have a government in Washington that's actually going to have some respect for solar and wind.
And it's true. 50 people could be employed with good paying jobs to put in 1 megawatt of solar, as opposed to it takes 3/4 of a person. I mean, somebody's done all the homework on this. 3/4 of a person for coal, oil, natural gas plants. It doesn't employ hardly anybody, and these people could all be employed. So it's really bringing these green jobs alive.
Now, over time, as a matter of efficiency, that's 50 people to get it in place and to get it operating and everything.
To manufacture the panel, to install the panel, to maintain the panel, and these are solar electric and also solar hot water systems.
hopefully we'll get the solar credit will actually pass through this year before.
I got my solar powered pit helmet on, but it's not turning the wheel. Not enough sun yet. Hopefully the sun will start shining. But anyway, all right. Well,
it's nice meeting you.
Tell me your name again.
Jeff George.
Jeff George, running for Congress.
Running for Congress. Yeah.
Great.
So,
all right. I'll look for your name.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Hi.
This is Chuck.
I'm Chuck Myron. I'm Jeff George's PD coordinator.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Very good. Well, did you get some of that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
And I actually got a little bit in front of the sign, which I think demonstrates your point that, you could get 50 jobs, that some of these people who are hurting
Right.
are out of work. I mean, so many of these people, they could be employed in something.
Yeah, this is the green jobs.
Yeah.
This is it.
It's creating energy that's good for the environment as well.
Yeah.
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah. When my husband called early this morning from California, he said, "Did you hear Al Gore yesterday?" He was on the radio encouraging people to commit civil disobedience at coal power plants. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
Yeah. So
And
he's really.
when I saw him encouraging civil disobedience of all things, I said, where were you in 2000?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I tell you one thing that upsets me. I was watching the debates last night. Every time I hear the term clean coal come up, it just drives me insane.
Oh, I know. There's nothing you can't clean. You can't make coal clean. It's just.
Even if you could make carbon sequestration work, the fact that it's coming out of stacks clean doesn't make the removal from the ground and the mining techniques clean.
You got it. That's right.
And that's the big issue.
That's right. That's right. So, all right.
I'd like to see more face-to-face dialogue with leadership. People-to-people diplomacy happening. There's a lot of peace activists that would like to go into Iran, but they can't get visas. And some of them actually met with him a couple of days ago at the United Nations gathering out in front of that. And so we just don't want to see any more war in the Middle East, period, whether it's Pakistan, Iran. It's time for our troops to come home from Iraq and for us to refocus on our economy here. Because of being outsourced with jobs, because of all of our money, all of our tax dollars, or a huge percentage of them are going to war instead of building up our own economy. When I got a sign for each of you guys. Hungry. So we really want to see a refocusing of the American people, and going to Iran is not the answer. Diplomacy is.
Definitely an eye-catcher. You're protesting a war that's not happening yet.
Right.
I mean, do you think people might say, like, hey, look, let's focus on the war that we're in, not what we might be in? I mean, what's your reaction to that?
Well, we've been standing on the street corners since we went to war in Iraq, protesting it. We've had vigils, we've had petitions, we've visited our senators and congressmen. We've done everything we can to try to bring the troops home now, and it hasn't happened. We still want to bring the troops home now from Iraq, but we need to be looking at the whole region now, because there's a threat of war, of us going to war with Iran and Pakistan also. And in fact, we are going across the border as I'm speaking now, and this is very troublesome for us as lovers of peace and justice. So a couple of local organizations here connected with our national organizations like Code Pink, Military Families Speak Out, Veterans Against the War, Veterans for Peace, and our local Environmental and Peace Education Center are sponsoring this protest this morning in conjunction or in concert with protests all over the country today. And so this is a kickoff of that campaign.
All right, I can get more information off camera, but first, can you just spell your name, please?
Yeah, it's HOLLEYRAUEN, Holly Roundup.
Okay, and what title do you want me to give you for this purpose today?
I'm a local Code Pink coordinator, Code Pink for Peace.
Okay. Okay.
And also, I'm on the board of directors of the Environmental and Peace Education Center.
Great.
So I wear two hats, but mostly my hat is pink.
I like that hat a lot.
This is from the Human Rights Campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. For gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual. Yeah.
Boston, when they first, working on the legislation, when we first started to see those.
Yeah.
I'm just, I go to Unity. Oh, I know Tom.
Chuck.
All right.
Congress.
Chuck is my communications director here.
Hi, how you doing?
Take a step back here.
That's why I'm so rare. I give you a rest.
Okay. Go ahead. Say your name again for me, please.
My name's Dennis Baker.
What do you do?
Global warming scientist.
Excellent. And what brings you out here today? How'd you find out about the event?
Through One Sky organization, and they brought me out here today because, you know, I mean, I want to know what's going on with my world, and if I ain't mistaken, it's like if we don't get involved, then we're all going to HWL, you know. I mean, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I mean, that's the truth, you know. I don't want my world to obliviate, you know. I mean, think about it. Global warming and all that.
It's definitely, and it's nice to see more and more people across the political spectrum are actually acknowledging that it's a real problem now. But we still got a long way to go. We've got this big hump to get over this year where we've really got to get a real Congress and a real president in there who actually understands this problem and is willing to do something about it.
You know, if I was king of my world, I'd rule it right, not wrong, not by definition, nothing like that. Because it's time we get from the old to the new. You understand?
I got you completely.
I mean, if that, you know, it's wrong. It's wrong what we're doing right now. But I mean, what we gotta do is we gotta stick with the time, you know?
That's right. We got politicians in office right now that are still living in a 20th century world using 19th century science.
Yes, sir.
We got to get past that.
Well, I mean, I'd agree with 100% because it's relevant, you know? You think about all these old people that only know about war. Think about that, you know? Then you think about all these new people, new generations. It's time we start from scratch and go forward, you know? I mean, I'm tired of being laid back and all that. I mean, I could be sitting at my house right now doing nothing, but I'm doing something, you know? I'm changing. I'm rapidly changing. I know the environment's changing. I know God's got me changing. But I mean, what I'm saying is, if we don't start acting now, where are we going?
I hear you. It's great to see you out here, man. I appreciate you being out here so much.
You still voting for Congress?
Yep. Jeff George.
Jeff George.
Look for me in November on the ballot.
Okay.
Hopefully we have a good alternative to Connie Mack.
Okay. You got your business card?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to go grab some more out of the car here.
I'm sorry, sir.
There you go. No problem.
Okay.
I forgot. Usually I always have a big pack of them in my pocket, and I forgot to grab them. I got to go get them out of the car.
I will remind you.
That's good. And this is, you know, one of the main things that we're doing with this campaign is I want people to know that this is actually, you know, this is your government.
Yes, sir.
This isn't my government. This isn't the guys in office government. This is your government. And we need to make sure that we have real accessibility, real accountability, and real transparency. That's why we do with the camera. Everything I do on the camera for the campaign and everything that I'm going to do once I'm in office, we videotape it and we put all of that from start to finish on the web.
Look forward for me an email tonight.
I will, definitely.
My name's Dennis anyway.
Great meeting you, Dennis.
Yes,
Thanks.
Sir. Thanks, Jeff.
No problem. Let me go grab some cards out of the car. I'll be right back.
Or they might even cut it up for you. See now.
You don't want to see my shirt.
What was that? No. Oh no. Oh no. No. No, that's terrible. That's...
I know, don't you post that anymore.
No.
What does it say?
It was an accident.
What does your shirt say? I'm told I should probably see it.
It says drill baby.
convince her to see it, but it's...
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It involves John McCain and Sarah Palin in compromising positions. I think she was a little embarrassed. So.
Well, I did go there. She did tell me it said drill, baby, drill, and showed her
Yeah.
focus. So I'm kind of,
Yeah.
I was on the right track.
It definitely would involve, you know, baby, oh baby, that sort of thing.
We're from NBC2. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I thought you were going to sound first because I have a question for Abraham.
What?
Abraham is fast me up.
All right. I've got
She
it.
grew a lot of political capital.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to give this to you too.
Thank you very much. I'd give you one, but I don't have one yet. I'm new.
Okay, no problem. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
How did you hear about it?
Let's talk to a couple of the new faces that we don't usually see out here.
Really? Did they send out an email to you or something? Where's that?
Hey, how you doing? Good. I'm Jeff George. I'm running for Congress this year. What brings you out here today? Hi, I'm Jeff George.
I'm Cindy Jane. I think I've mentioned.
Yeah, I think we have. So what brings the two of you out here today?
Stop Bush's New World Order!
No more war.
Stop Bush's New World Order!
Going to another preemptive war with
World Trade Center 7 collapse!
Okay, let's try that again.
We don't need to start another preemptive war based on false pretenses. We went into war with Iraq. We later found out they didn't have weapons of mass destruction, and now they're saying that Iran poses a nuclear threat and are unwilling to negotiate.
Did you see in the British Independent newspaper, there was an article this past week according to a European diplomat, President Bush was asked by Olmert when he visited in June for permission to overfly Iraqi territory to actually bomb Iran, and according to the diplomat, President Bush said no to the Israelis. So I think that's a good sign, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that so many people were so vocal about their criticism right up front, and people were getting out here and getting on the
Exactly
street.
why we're out here today,
Yeah.
to get more people aware, and hopefully the pressure will be put on to...
Yeah, it's definitely something we can't relax on.
Stop Bush's New World
If that's
Order!
true and that actually happened, that's great. But we have the danger of another administration coming in who might decide to make a name for themselves in the same way. So it's great to see you guys out here.
Oh, we're glad to do it.
Thanks. Thanks. Oh no, I'm still fasting. Still Ramadan.
Fine, thank you.